Good morning. The holiday schedule is starting at my job next week, so you can't take leave for the next 6 weeks because it's going to be a mandatory 6 days in a row work week, and I'm really looking forward to it. I got goals. Slept out here last night in my van. This is the reality of van life. See how messy it looks just waking up? So last night I had my heater on, and then when the sun comes up, of course your vehicle heats up, then it gets hot, so the heat woke me up. So then I slept another 2 hours with the space cooler on. Here's my little operation. I gotta get a new laptop. Half of the keys don't work, so I'm gonna upload through my laptop and then edit the titles through my phone, my Wi-Fi. I make a few bucks here on YouTube, so it's important that I have my operation with me at all times. Let's go ahead and fold this up into a sofa right now. There you go. I'm gonna sit here and chit chat with you guys. Let's talk about life. So I'm looking forward to the next 6 weeks because I have goals. I want to get a locking diff, re-gear, and bigger tires for my van. And I also want a Jaguar S-Type R. When I was younger, this is a question for you guys today. This is something for you guys, an exercise for you guys. Sometimes you got to look at yourself in the mirror and be honest with yourself. I'm at FedEx. I work at FedEx, and I've been there for 7 years. Prior to FedEx, I worked with narco finding dogs. I was there for 8 years. And the thing with the narco dog job is, since it was with the government, they gave opportunity for overtime, 16 hours. Like at the end of the year, the government, it's the government, but at the end of the year, they had to use up all their budget. So they gave you the opportunity for 1 month. Everybody could work 16 hours a day for the whole month to use up the budget so they get the same budget the next year. I didn't take advantage of that. Well, how old was I? 24, 25 till I was 34-ish. Yeah, so 8-9 years I was there. So I didn't take advantage of that. The one thing I have left from my narco dog days is my Z06 Corvette. I got that car 8 years ago, right almost before I left my narco dog job. I got my Z06. But I could honestly look at myself in the mirror and said I didn't take advantage of all these opportunities I had with my last job because I was lazy. Plain and simple. I didn't have the drive. I had a little drive. The drive was always there. And I know this is making an excuse, but there's some validity to it. My friends, they drug me down. The friends I had from my childhood to around the age of, I dropped them all in the magical year of 2016. I dropped all my friends, and all those friends, man, they always made excuses. None of them, like, I was the only one who wanted cool cars, and I had goals in life. None of them did. None of them had a nice car or even any car, and they always made excuses to why they failed. And then I found myself making excuses to why I failed in life a lot or didn't accomplish goals. I was lazy, flat out. I had 8 years of opportunity for 16-hour shifts, and I did a couple of them. I did some here and there, but I never ran hard with it. Last year at FedEx, I was told we're only allowed 12-hour days. I'm not sure if we're allowed 16. So last year at FedEx, I ran as many 12-hour days as I can, and my best week last year at FedEx was 81.25 hours. And that's because I have drive now. Dropping all these friends, my mentality changed. Like right now, I'm not happy with the way the world is right now, and I hope things change in 2024. But I don't let that sink me. I think about my goals, and I think about, okay, God gave me the drive to work hard now. Maybe I always had it. Maybe I needed to make a change, but now I have that drive. So I could wallow and be sad about fuel prices. I still am. I wish fuel prices were a little cheaper, but I'm not going to let that sink me. I try to remain positive because you're not guaranteed tomorrow. And man, I look back at my life when I had the opportunity to do all kinds of 16-hour shifts. I could have like 15 cars by now if I worked all those 16-hour shifts, but I didn't. Like, I had 8 years of opportunity, and maybe I took 10 16-hour shifts in the 8-year opportunity, but last year I was taking all the 12s I could get, and I'm going to get all the 12s I could get this year. And if they allow us to do more than 12, I'm going to go for it. I don't think they will, though. I don't think private sector jobs allow you to work more than 12 hours, or they got to find a loophole for it. But when I worked for the government, they allow 16 back to back to back to back, and like I said, I never took advantage. What I wish I did, so my first van build, I was working at that job. You know what I should have did when I had my first van build? I should have just slept at work. Because my last van build, it had a bed, it had solar, it had everything it needed. Why didn't I just sleep at work and do another 16-hour shift, like sleep in the parking lot? We had a gated parking lot. I didn't have the drive. And did you notice, if you've been friends of mine, so look at my first van build. I didn't get into FedEx until 2015. So if you look at my first van build from 2012 to the end of 2015, I had the opportunity to do 16s. Now, did you notice I didn't do the same amount of trips as I did early on? Did you notice how much more I'm doing with my van than I did with my last van? It's because I have the drive now. Because I dropped all the negative influences in my life. My friends were truly holding me down. Them making excuses was rubbing off on me. As soon as I dropped them, I was knocking out goals. I got the A-Barth. I got another van. I lifted my van. I got the tracker. I've been knocking out goals ever since I dropped those friends. So I was able to look at myself in the mirror and sit and tell myself I was lazy. I didn't have the drive. I had the opportunities, and I just didn't take them. All right, everyone. I'm going to upload some videos here and get my day started. Energy drink. Put my contacts in. I can't wear glasses. I'm too insecure. I don't want to look like a Poindexter. I'm not a Poindexter. I'm not even smart. So there's the front. Yeah, that's what a van looks like when you're on the road and you just wake up. Heater, needed that last night. Oh, and I got my water here. I like this. It's kind of fancy. It was $60, but yeah, I have my little running water here. It's pretty cool. I like clean hands. I just have OCD about clean hands. Uh-oh, is it out? Or did I turn it off? There it is. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. And get started here. My last road trip in 6 weeks. I like to take the last day or two off at the month, use my leave to go on a road trip, but no road trips for 6 weeks. So I'm going to enjoy my last road trip here.